Good evening, everyone. I'm going to give it just a few minutes to let some others come on. Hi, that's Diana. Hi, Diana. Um, we are going to be doing an little Easter treat box today. If you have any questions, please stop me. Happy to answer them. Going to give it a few minutes for some others to jump on. There's Mary Lou. And hey Swirly. And you can go to my link tree at any time. I have all of my affiliates listed there, so any of the products that I use, you can find the vendor that I use for those, including Cricut, and many, many more. I do use those affiliates. They are not just in there because I am an affiliate. They are companies that I actually use and do business with. And let's see. Here's the little box that I put together, and it's closed with a magnet. The card magnets I do get on Amazon, and if you've been with me at any length of time, you know you probably have them, or if you need a specific link, you can't find them, let me know and I'll get you a specific link. But I left this kind of open so you had room to write messages on your panels here and then sign it or whatever. So it's like a card and a treat box all in one. And I've got the little Ferrero Rochers in there with a little bit of the crinkle papers, the little stuffers, and it closes with a magnet. Now, my magnets do show, and simply because I did a mock-up, but I already tossed it out. I don't like the way the magnets make the paper look and warp it up, so I prefer the magnets to show rather than try to hide them, but I will show you how to hide them if you want to hide yours. And my photos on Design Space don't have my rhinestones because I forgot to put them on. So it's really super easy to use and cute. Yes, these colors, Shirley came, this is the Park Lane pack from Joann's. It's one of the blues out of one of the packs. I call it Ocean. So it's in one of those packs there, but it's the closest to Cricut cardstock that you're going to get, but it does have a texture, and I personally love the texture that it has on there. A lot of people, I don't know if I can get it to show up here on camera. There we go. I love the texture of it. A lot of people don't like that. Of course, it's not good if you're stamping. But it's the same with this white because I'm out of the Cricut white. So all of these packs are the Park Lane from Joann. And if you like the smooth cardstock, you can get this color. It's called Ocean, actually called Ocean at Michael's. And it comes in the 110-pound cardstock weight. So it's a little bit heavier than this if you want to use it. And it should work fine. You did paint your kitchen that color? Yay. This paper, guys, came from Creative Fabrica. Both of the papers, the inside and the outside, they coordinate together. And they also had a polka dotted one. So if you like the dots, you could use that as well. And the link is actually in the file. So if you go to the description down below, the link to the file is in the description of the video, and the link to the paper, which is my affiliate link with Creative Fabrica, the link to this paper is there. So it's super cute, and it had like, I think 20 or 30, let me double check that. I don't remember actually how many papers. I'm gonna pull it over so you guys can see it. It's a great pack. You get 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 40 papers. There's 40 different papers in there. So you can find something in there that you like. This is the dots with the bunnies, and it's super cute. Super, super cute. And then probably got something that will coordinate with it. Yes, they got the purple here with the Easter, just like I used the teal. So that would be super cute for the outside of your box and then inside, or vice versa. Either way you want to do it. Yeah, I love that Park Lane textured 80-pound. Mary Lou, you can't beat it. Um, because it's really close to AC cardstock. I personally, I think it's the same cardstock, and it's just packaged for the store to sell it as Park Lane. But yeah, it's the same. But lots of fun papers, 40 papers in that bundle, and it is in the file. The link to it is in the file. And here's the file right here. Let's see, I think that one's mine because I uploaded it. Yep, this is the one. So let me open up the file, show you guys what it looks like. And you can see right here, here's our YouTube. So if you need it later, and here is the link to that paper. You're just going to bring it in and do this section. They are attached. It's exactly like this one without the score lines. That's for the inside. You don't need this panel here. No need for it unless you just want it. It's going to be completely covered up, so there's really no need. And then you have this section, and this section has some score lines on it, and I'm going to show you what those are for here in just a second. And then you have your little crate box and your handle up here. Super fun and easy to use. Yeah, those bunnies are just super cute, aren't they, Shirley, on that paper? I think it would make a really cute box. I just didn't have time today. I have been doing some things, and I will give you guys just a quick peek right here. I've been doing some stuff for Spellbinders, and I will be releasing those in the next 4 days for you guys. I did a design space file, but if you want to use the Spellbinder stuff that I used, it's going to come up on my blog, and you will see that see those files on the 10th of April. So I will be releasing them for you. We are going to be doing some crepe paper flowers, Mary Lou. I got my crepe paper. I do have my crepe paper, so I got it. I just haven't had time to cut it. Like I said, I did this with Spellbinders, so I had to do 5 files, and I had a deadline to meet on those. So I got those done, and while I was doing that, I created 5 files for you guys as well. So got that done, and I start tomorrow. I am a newly hired employee for Michaels. So I will be just part-time to start, and I'm going to start in custom framing. And so that's going to take a little bit of my time, but I'm still going to pop out files and videos for you guys. Mary Lou, I'm going to try my best to do a live for the florals with the crepe paper. But if not, I will do a recorded tutorial so that you guys can pause it and jump back and forth. And if you have questions, you can always question me. But yeah, I'm going to try to do it live. Yes, my hand is doing very well. I've got a little bit of pain in my right pinky just on the end of it, but it was just a really bad sprain, but it's almost healed. I have to really overexert it to get any pain out of it right now. Thank you, guys. And this box is really quick and easy. I'm just going to go overhead here. It's really quick and easy to put together. Get that out of my way so I can see chat. Yeah, I just have a little bit of pain right here on the end, but and in that knuckle where the scar is, but it's nothing major. I can still use it. It's just from not being used, I guess, for so long when it was stiff and sore. Oh, y'all can see all my scribble notes. I forgot to tear it off. Here's your box right here. Here's all the notes to make this box with, and the sizes. So you've got this piece. This is your little crepe piece, and you're just going to fold on the score lines. And you just want to be gentle with these because you've got these cutouts right here, so it can make it a little bit flimsy if you're not careful. You're just going to fold those and give it a rub with your bone folder. And then same on this side. Does anybody have design space questions? Or are you having a problem with any of your projects that you need help with? Just going to open that back up, and then I'm just going to fold on this score here. And then on this side. Yes, I still have to wear my braces. I've been wearing those for many, many, many years, Diana, for carpal tunnel. I still wear those at night. I've been doing that for years, though. But I was only doing it when I had a flare up. He said he wanted me to wear them all the time, so when I sleep. So and you're just going to glue those two tabs, and you're going to bring up the side, making sure that your corners are nice and flush on this little box area. I do the box first so that it has time to dry, so we're not fiddling with it and knocking it out of square. And then you're going to do the same on this end. Super easy. All right, so we have that piece. And I've already done a handle here so that you didn't have to watch me fight from looking at my score lines on printed paper. I think I might be able to find them. But you're just going to fold on that first score, just like so, and on the second score. Like I said, just bring it in. They just about meet in the middle, like so, okay? And then then you have another score just below that. There it is. And I just hold my bone folder on it and then fold it back. Create that little Z fold, okay? And same thing on this end. It's just about a 1/4 inch. And then you're going to make that Z fold on each end, and that creates your handle, okay? Super easy to do. And then you have your base piece. And I'm just going to fold on each one of these score lines. They all go in the same direction. And they are not all even. They are different sizes, panels. Okay, you can see these two are the same. So I'm going to start with the outside. Inside's easy. So this is the front of my. Oops. This is the front of my card. Right here. And I'm just going to put those panels on. I'm just going to line those up and get them as even as you can on there. And then the second panel has the two scores on it. Okay? And this is the top. You can make it go either way. That could be the front if you want it to be the front. So either way that you want to do it. But this one has the two little score lines on it. And while I've got it off the card, I'm just going to do this now. So I'm just going to put glue on one side of the handle. And make sure I've got it going the right way. I do. Because this one has Easter on it. I've got to get it going the right way. On that score, you're just going to line up this part right here where this fold is. that fold is going to go on that score line. It's just a guide, okay, to help you line it up and get it centered this way. And then that score line is going to allow that so that when you get it on there, it's centered and you don't have to fight with it. That's its only purpose. And then you can open it up and do this side. Some glue on that one. And again, there's another score line there, and that fold is going to line right up on that score line. And that's going to leave it raised up, okay, so that it stays raised up and doesn't get squished flat. And it's nice and even on the top, okay? If you put it on even, there we go. So then this piece is then going to go right here. It was just, I tried to do it without the score lines on there, and because it has that fold in it, it was just really difficult to get it to line up and be even like I wanted it to on the top. So I went back and added those scores so that it was easier to place it on and get it centered up. And you're just going to continue putting your panels on. Making sure you're using the right size panel, because like I said, these have the curves on them. This one is wider than these two. So if you get them out of order when you take them off your mat, you'll be able to tell. Super easy. Okay, so this is the top, and this is the way it's going to close. Okay, now if you want, I forgot to tell you, before you put this panel on, if you want to hide your magnet, you need to put it on before you put that panel on. Okay, and same with the inside if you want your magnet on there. So you'll need to leave this panel off and then do your magnets and then put those panels on. Yeah, it does. You could do this out of a wood grain paper. It would be really cute. An easel card where you do the part that stand up and scored diagonally. How do you work out the triangles for the top layers? So surely that's gonna, I don't do really a diagonal on mine. It depends on the card. If you can shoot me a picture of it, of what you're trying to achieve, I can show you. I'll do a little thing in Design Space and show you how it's laid out. But it depends on how, there are so many different easel cards. So what am I trying to say? It's going to depend on the type of easel card and exactly its shape and how it's laid out. If it's a pop-up easel, it is going to be different than just a regular easel card, because an easel card, this one's not folded in half, is just basically going to stop wherever you put that piece right here that holds it from sliding back forward. So if that's the type easel that you're talking about, I do like it better without hiding the magnet, because you don't have that bump on there, Diane. So now we're going to do the inside pieces. And mine have writing on them, so I want to make sure I'm going in the right direction. So we're just going to pop that one in. And again, if you want to hide your magnet, it goes on before this panel. Now we're going to do this piece. and then this one. And then the next one does not get a panel. That's where our box is going to go. And again, guys, before you, if you want to attach some writing on here, like in a black pen or a darker color pen with their names or something like that, and then your name to and from, you can do all of that before you print and cut. Or you can stamp it. I may stamp a message on the inside of mine up there and then sign it down here on this panel. But if you're going to stamp on this panel, you need to do it before you get that handle on there, because it won't sit flat. I'm like, well, you could get it almost flat. All right, and then this little box right here, glue across the bottom, and it's going to go right there in that section. And then I just kind of set it right in the center horizontally, and then fold the box up around it to make sure that I've got it good and even while I still have some sliding power, and then open it up. And I'm just going to give it a rub with my bone folder to press it down. Okay, if you send me that photo, Shirley, I'll help you work it out, and I will send it to you. Oops. It does have a glue dot between them. So I've got 2 magnets, and I'm going to use my Zots here, my sticky Zots, Z-O-T-S, Zots, and I am going to just going to get one of them to start with. I'm going to stick both magnets right on that dot. All right, and then see if I can't peel that off. These things are so super sticky. Sometimes it doesn't want to turn loose from the release paper. There we go. So then I'm just going to place this right about there. Looks good to me. Just going to give it a good press, okay? And then I'm going to get my other dot. And I'm just going to stick it to the back of this magnet and slide it off. That way I know that my polarity is correct for my magnets. Get this. Maybe my tweezers will let me peel it off easier. Yeah, there we go. So now I'm with the glue dot on there. I'm going to get rid of that. So my dot's on there, and then I'm just going to close it up. And it should be enough to stick, and then press it down. And now you know they will line up if you do it that way. How cute is that? I think I have some. I think I'm out of my teal ones, but I have some purple. I got some pink. I'll use pink. Just going to place a little pink rhinestone on the handles. How stinking cute are those? Let me open it up so I can give them a good press. And then, oops, I got away. I'll use a larger one right here for the front. How cute is that? I got that one off center. I wonder if I can, yeah, there we go. Much better. How cute is that? And I don't have any more candies, but I'm just going to put some of the shreds right there in the crate, and then it's ready for its candy. You don't need many of the shreds, just a few. And if they stick out the handles on each side, then you could just fluff them around and pull them out. You don't have to wait till next year, Mary Lou. This box can be used for anything. Depends on the paper that you pick. It can be birthdays, anniversaries, showers, Christmas, Valentine's. I just happened to make it for Easter, but you can make it any occasion that you want it to be. Really, really, really cute. It could be like a little thank you for wedding gifts for like shabby chic weddings or the farmhouse weddings. They would be really cute for that. And you can put your messages on the inside for thank them for coming and give them a little treat. You can use many different candies. I just used this for an example to show you that the Ferrero Rochers will fit in there. And probably something bigger as well because it is deep. I gave it enough room to put the shreds in there just to dress it up a little bit instead of just having them loose in there. But yeah, many, many, many occasions, guys. Super fun and easy. You saw how easy that went together. And you have plenty of room for writing anything that you want on these cards before they're cut. So super simple. Thank you, Linda. That's okay, Mary Lou. I do that too. I'm like, oh, I have to wait till next year for that. And then it dawns on me, wait a minute. I can pick any paper I want. I can make that look any way I want to. And this was Pinterest inspired. I had pinned it a while back. I don't even remember who did it. I think this used to be a die. Somebody put out a die. I don't remember who did the die for this. But I just made one in Design Space. I don't know what dimensions or anything theirs are. I measured my other Ferrero Rocher boxes, and it was like they're an inch and a half, so I just gave it a little bit more height and used those same measurements that I normally use for that candy. And then worked it out from there. You can see all my scribbles. Does anybody have any other Design Space questions? And Mary Lou, I'll get to work on a flower. You said you wanted to do roses. Is that what you said you wanted to do? Mary Lou? I need to write this down. And Shirley needs help with easel card. All right, catching up on the chat. Jacqueline. Can I design a box shaped like lips? Probably, Jacqueline. When you do... When you do shaped boxes, you can do any shape you want. And I've got it covered up. It's covered up with the disc. But when we did these boxes, if you joined us, you have... Let me see if I can just pull it up and show you in Design Space. To design a shaped box, this one's a little bit different than the one I just showed you. When you want to design one in a shape, this one just happens to be round. You can make it any shape that you want to make it, okay? The way that it works, if it's going to load here we go, are your tabs. And these tabs with this on here, sometimes you may need to make these tabs a little bit skinnier. Sometimes the fat ones won't work. Hi, Judy. But you can maybe do half this size in the turns, like in the Cupid's bow area of the lips. You might want to make these a little bit narrower. I think these are a ½ inch. You might want to make them a ½ inch in that area. But that's going to allow you to be able to turn and put a curve in that cardstock when you fold it in. Like these, oops, these pieces here went around the base of a circle, like this one, and they're glued end to end, and that's all you're going to do. You're going to have to work out. We have to work out the length, how long we need it to be. So we know that this length, when it's glued end to end, and this piece glues onto this end, will completely go around that circle. Okay, so that is what you have to look for. If you have a photo or you have something in mind, shoot me a image number and I will see if I can work out the panels and make them work around, because you would want your connections right here, in my opinion. If you were doing lips, let me oops, get back over here. Command C. Let's go to new, replace, Command V. So if I were going to be using these and doing lips, let's see. This one looks, well, either this one too. Either one of these, you don't want, let's see. Yeah, something like this wouldn't do well. Here we go, perfect. So this one looks really good, so I'll add that one to canvas. So you've got to determine how big you want that box to be first of all, once it's finished. And this would be 7.5 inches wide, approximately, and 4 inches in height from the bottom to the top. From the top of the lips to the bottom of the lips, 4 inches, and across 7.5. So I would contour out everything, and that would be the inside of my box. And then I would do an offset of point maybe 0.05. Yeah, that looks good. 0.05, I would do an offset. That would be the outside or the bottom of my box. So what I would need to do is determine how tall I want the box to be at that point. So if I want it to be 3 inches tall when it's finished, this one is 3 inches tall, so that would be approximately 3 inches. Now I have to glue these together end to end, and I'm probably going to want my side seams to end up right here and right here, okay? You might, if you have to have another seam, then maybe one here and at the bottom. So what I would have to do is cut this, and then work it around and see how many panels it was going to take to walk all the way around that box. And once I had it, then I would have my box base. And then you would do the exact same thing for the lid, except this would be about 0.05 larger, and so would this for the inside and the top of the box. And of course, if you wanted to do the top of the box with the contours in it, then you could do it that way with acetate or whatever behind it. Did that make sense, Jacqueline? I will work on it. I will save this. This one has print and cut in it, so let me take those out. Save. How big do you need it to be, Jacqueline? Trying to find her in here. Jacqueline, are you still with me? Why I can't type. What did I misspell? Uh-oh. There we go. Not a problem. I don't mind helping you work it out, and I can work on it. I just need to know how wide you want it to be from right to left, how tall you want it to be from top to bottom, and what depth you want. Do you want a 3-inch, a 4-inch, 5-inch depth? What is your depth? So if you can give me your height, width, and or height, length, and depth, I would be able to make sure that everything fit. I didn't confuse you guys on what I was saying. Okay, yeah, just let me know. The smaller it is, probably the better. Um, because when you get really big with it, you're going to have so many of these panels. You don't want a whole bunch of seams in it because it's not going to be pretty. So if it's smaller, where you can have those seams end up right here in each corner, it would be perfect, so that we could just curve right around the top and curve around the bottom and be done with it. But if you have to have that extra seam, I would say, because you'll be looking at it from this direction, have that extra seam here. But just let me know. Just shoot me a message. Let me know. I've got this saved, and I will go in and I will work on it and get you going on that. Yeah, Linda, I'm glad that you guys got that. Because whenever you're doing a square box, it's really easy because everything is just a straight line. And it basically really is with a curve as well, except our curve comes in working the piece. Instead of putting our tabs on this piece, we're putting our tabs on the straight piece and curving that piece around to fit it. Because what we will do is, if this is the inside of the box, we will put those all around and our tabs to the back side of it, and then we will place the bottom on it to hide all of our tabs. And that's probably a little bit too big. I would probably go 0.02. You want it almost the same size as that one, but you get the idea. Yeah, it's very deceiving. It is. Because just like with that cake box, let me go back. Let me do the dreaming tree one. There it is. So this box ends up being right about 3 inches in diameter. Okay, this cake box is about 3 inches in diameter, but the base piece is almost 10 inches long. So to get a 3-inch box, that piece is almost 10 inches long. Okay, and that does include the tab for the seam to the inside. Okay, but it's like 3 times its circumference. So it's going to be the same thing with the lip box. It's just that we're going to, instead of going and putting all these tabs around the base of the circle and then putting the bottom on it to hide it, we're going to be just doing a different curved shape. Okay, it's just going to be a different shape, because those 3 pieces, those brown pieces you were just looking at, that's what we got out of it. One in the center, one on the bottom, and all those tabs are in between them, sandwiched in. And same with the top. You can't see anything but that one little side seam where we put it together. Yay, I'm glad you asked that question. I'm glad you guys got something out of that today. Yeah, you could do several things. And Jacqueline, there's always, if you go to my profile, I have you see, I've got tons of them. The personalized box, this one has Merry Christmas in it. This one has a name on it. This one has Dad on it. I've called them everything. I've done a Valentine's box, quilt boxes. You just have to be able to put them together. This one doesn't have the curves in the corners. It's just a square box. The top is just sits on top of it to show it. But you can make really large boxes. I forgot what. This one was big enough to put in a towel set or a, I think this was it. But I have that personalized box anyway, where you can go in, and it comes out to be like a 7x7, and it's about 2.5 inches deep right here. And you can weld anything you want into that box. So if you wanted to do the lips in that box right here, you're just going to detach the score lines and weld the lips or whatever. You can do mom in here, you can do flowers, but you're just going to weld it into that lid. And you can create any kind of look that you, oops, sorry, it didn't swap for me. There we go. But the personalized box right here, you can put anything in it that you want. Let me show you guys that again. This box right here, this is the same box with the name in it. There's one with the dad in it. It's the same box. Same box. Oops, that's not a very good picture. They changed the format from when I did that. When I did it, it really actually showed up in there. But yeah, this is the exact same box with Merry Christmas in there. Let's see. This is the same box. This fall box is the same box there. So if you get that blank box that I have on my profile, you can do tons of things. This is the same box as with the 4th of July theme. You can put anything in that lid that you want. I've done a ton of them. This is the same box right here. Same box. I know I did one with Valentine's. That's the same box there. Same box, only smaller with the Super Bowl teams. Here it is. Same box. This is hers, Valentine for her, for him. This is another one. I've done them, like I said, I've done several of them. Yeah, you can use that. That box is so versatile, guys. You can use it for any theme and any party, any color scheme. There's just so much that you can do with it. I think, let's see. I don't know what I saved it as. There it is. S'mores tree. This is the same box. I just did it as a s'mores theme and did all about the candy on it. So there's so many different things that you can do with it. So as a last resort, you can size that box down and make it smaller and put the lips right on the front of it. But like I said, I will try to work it out for you. Does anybody have any other questions? Anything else you need me to show you in Design Space? Any how-tos, anything that I can help with? Let me see if I can find Shirley's picture. Okay, I see what you're getting at, Shirley. Is it okay if I show your picture? Shirley has a funky fold easel card picture here. 5 inches tall. And a 1/2 inch wide. 3 in the box. Okay. Well, we can cut an insert too in there and put in there. Okay, this is Shirley's picture. I'm gonna slide this over and show you. This is what she's trying to achieve right here in this angle. And Shirley, you could do just about any angle that you want on that. So let's go shapes. Let's go to square. And let's say that you're doing a 5x7 card. Okay. I'm just going to start with this piece because that's really all you need to start with. You can worry about the base and all of that later and putting your fold in there, and I'll show you how to do that as well. So basically that fold is just going to fold up on that corner. So you're basically going to take a cut line from this corner to this corner. So you're going to go in and get a shape, and you're going to get that line, and you're going to rotate it. I'm going to say, I don't remember. I'm going to say it's 35 degrees. And then we're just going to stretch it. Oh, yep, I was right. 35 degrees. So it's a 35-degree angle. All right. And so that's going to be the score line that goes on the front of your card. So if this was a 5x7, you've got it folded down the center. So this would actually be 10 inches wide. All right. And then this would come in here like so. And then I'm going to duplicate that, take the 0 out, make that 7 inches tall. Oops. Align that to the center and attach. And then we're going to bring this to the front and get right in that corner. Might be a 36-degree turn. I might have been off on that just a touch. That looks better. I want 35.5. 35.5. Shirley should get it. So that's going to be your angle there. So you want to attach that. That's going to be your fold. And then for your panel, of course, you're just going to duplicate that. You're going to make that, depending on what you want. If you just want a very thin border, I'm going to say 4.75. by 675. And then you're going to have another line. You're going to duplicate that. And this one you're going to change to a cut. And you're just going to shorten it down. Align, center, and attach. So then there is that panel. And then again, if you want to do another panel on top of that, you're just going to do an offset or an inset. So you have that panel. How did I do that? Didn't I? There we go. So then you would just duplicate that and make that one smaller by a half. I got my score line hanging off the end. That's why that measurement's off. So I'm just going to detach and then make that one 4.5 maybe. By 6.5. You may have to twist this just a little bit back the other way for that next panel. Attach. And then that would give you your third panel. Oops. Well, get off of it. It grouped me somehow. There we go. How did I get attached in there? Ah, get out of there. Get out of there. There we go. There we go. Now we're right. And then that would be this panel. Now, that being said, I would probably, once I had my panels lined up for this one, because there's a score there, I would probably slice that 1/4 inch or 1/8 of an inch. That's what I would do. I would make that a square and slice 1/8 of an inch out so that you have that little bit of edge on each panel, if that's what you're working. Hi, Louise. 35.54. Thank you, Louise. I knew I was somewhere in there. Louise has her notes in there. 8.602. I knew I was close. Not bad for off the top of my head. Louise has the correct measurement, Shirley. It's 35.54. And the line would be 8.602. So, and that's going to give it to you. But what I was saying is right here, I would probably do another square if you want those panels to fit in and give you that little white edge down the center. I don't know, because I can't see the front of the card there. But usually when you do a panel and you step down those panels from that score, you don't want this sitting right up on top of the score. So instead of cutting these, I would probably go in and get a square and turn it. Well, first I would make it, no, we would turn it. I don't know. Sometimes Design Space is funny. Make it 0.125 because we made it a 1/4 inch smaller. 125 wide and 7 inches long, whatever. And lock it. and then rotate that 35.54, and then it would be, what did you say, 8.602? Unlock it. 8.602. There we go. And then take this. Let's detach that. That really gave us just a guide. We're going to take these two, align, center, and slice. And now you have a panel that will fit in there like so. Right, Louise? Am I right? Was my measurement right? Because we made this panel a 1/4 inch smaller than the card front, it would be a 0.125 width that we slice out of the center, I think. I'm just doing it off the top of my head without my calculator. Louise is my online calculator. Because you want to split that difference in half so that you have the same area on each side of the score line. And then you're going to do the same thing to this panel. You're going to take, instead of doing those cut lines. Because if you don't, you're not going to have that little bit of area on each side. And then slice off the smaller one. And these will line up. They're just not going to line up here because I'd have to contour them out. If you want to separate them so you can see, you can contour, take one out. Contour, take the other one. Oops. I want this one, not, there we go. So then you've got this one, and that one fits in there good. And then you've got this one. That fits in there good. But I will save this one if you want it, and then you guys can decorate it like you want. It's on my Design Space profile if you guys want it. Oh, you guys will get there. Once you play in Design Space, you'll be able to look at a project and go in and like I said, I'm a visual person. If I can see, like she showed me the photo, and I'm like, oh yeah, wow, that's pretty easy. So once you get really fluent in Design Space, you'll be able to look at those projects and go in and recreate. Of course, I need to change that line. I forgot to change it. So let's detach it just to make sure that it's correct. And that would be 8.602, you said, Louise? And rotate it 3554. Okay, and then we align to the top and align to the right and attach. There we go. Well, Shirley, just go in and open this one up and select all and right click and copy and then paste it into the file that you already have with all your goodies in it. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, Kathy. All right. Does anybody have any other questions? I'm so glad you guys asked questions today. I'm glad I could help. And let me just grab that so you guys don't have to go searching for it. There's the link for that if you guys want it. No need to freeze up, Jacqueline. It can all be fixed. As long as you're saving as you go and something's messed up, you can go in and you can get those pieces that are right, and you can just put them into another file and go from there. Never be scared. And if you like this one, you can open that up. When you get there, you can do a save as, and when you do a save as, you're going to name it whatever you want. And then when you go to work in that file, if you do a save as before you start working in there, you'll always have this base, this starting base, so that you know where to go back to for a fresh file. All right, guys. If you have any other questions that you forgot to ask, let me know. Jacqueline, I'll get to work on that box for you. Mary Lou, I'll get to work on a crepe paper. I think you said roses. If I'm wrong, just send me a message, correct me. I'll get a file going for that. Hopefully I can do that next week. I won't get my schedule with Michael's until tomorrow. Once I have that schedule, then I will plan out all of the projects and get those posted up, and we will do some live video and work on them. So I have Jacqueline's box, Mary Lou's roses. Shirley, we just did your card, so I can mark that one off. All right. So make some of these cute little boxes, either for Easter or any other occasion. They're so cute and fun and easy. Super, super easy design. Got a card and a box all in one. I apologize. I think my husband is calling me after I told him that I would call him. Sorry about that. Messed up my phone. He blurred the photo. All right, guys. You have a great day, and I will catch you. Have a fantastic weekend, by the way, and happy Easter to everyone, and I will catch you on either, it depends on my schedule. It will either be Tuesday or Thursday, maybe, that we go live again, but I will post it up and let you guys know as soon as I have my schedule. Yes, you can use Velcro if you don't have magnets. You sure can. Or either a repositionable tape runner. That will work too. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. Happy Easter weekend.